Hello my loves, welcome to my channel Sun Love Stars. Welcome to today's reading. As you can tell, I'm super duper excited because today we're gonna look at, first of all, for anybody who's new, my name is Cynthia, welcome. Today we're gonna look at your first impression of your future spouse. When you see them for the first time, when you have your date or your first date, or when you see them for the first time online, depending on how you are going to meet your future spouse. Okay, so keep an open mind when I say first impression. We're gonna look at what is your first impression of your future spouse. Okay, I've already done what your future spouse's first impression would be of you, which would be EP1, or I called it episode 1, because I'm planning to do kind of like episodes that you can watch back to back to back, to keep you connected soulfully and spiritually to your future spouse before they stand in front of you. That's the whole point of me doing these future spouse readings, that you feel the connection before the person is in front of you. So this is going to be EP2, episode 2. I'm going to put episode 1 down in the description box, so when you're done watching this one, you can go to the other one, or watch episode 1 first and then episode 2. It doesn't actually matter in which chronology you watch them. Other than that, I do not have much to say. I'm super duper excited for today's reading, and I would say get cozy, get yourself like a tea or a smoothie or a coffee or whatever it is, okay? Because my readings are usually long. In case you're new, I do long readings. It's not possible for me to do 10-minute readings, but that also gives you like the comfort or the ability to just relax, get a blanket, or I don't know, go on the balcony and watch my videos. So without further ado, in the next clip you can choose between 4 beautiful images. If you feel called to more than one pile, only if you really feel it and you cannot decide between 2, you can watch both. But other than that, I would say you choose an image or you choose between a number. You can close your eyes, come back to your center, become one with the meditation music that is played in the pick a card or pick a pile, and just go with the flow, which number you feel most drawn to. So I would say I'm going to see you in your reading, guys. Beautiful pie number 1. So you chose this beautiful image here. We are going to look at what is your first impression of your future spouse. How do you feel when you see them for the first time? How do you perceive them? what kind of vibe do you get from your future spouse, okay? May it be male or female or whatever floats your boat, okay? So I already laid out all your cards and we're diving into the energy of your future spouse. So first things first, what you are going to notice about your future spouse, or the first impression that you get of your future spouse, is you're gonna be very, very drawn to their eyes, okay? The interesting thing that I pick up here with your future spouse is that their eyes, they have like very intense eyes, but I want to say their eyes almost seem innocent, or they might look like they, how can I even explain that? You see, the way their eyes are, or the way that they look at you is, I almost want to say you've never seen eyes like the eyes of your future spouse, not because they're like special, but the way it's almost like you can read or feel their energy, or even like you can see the story behind their eyes. I want to say I feel an energy where your future spouse, their eyes, they exude strength, but at the same time also vulnerability, as if they have like a hint of innocence, you know, like those eyes that look like very innocent, but it's like a mixture of innocence but also strength, okay? There's something about their eyes might be glowing, or they might have like very innocent eyes, or like very intense eyes, or like a very intense eye color. There's something about their eyes, but I want to say, yeah, their eyes are glowing. So the first thing that you're going to notice about your future spouse is this person's eyes, okay? Again, this could be that they have like a very innocent look in their eyes, or like very round eyes, very glossy eyes, for example, eyes that are vibrant, but they're also very intense, okay? So the way that they look at you is very intense, and I want to say again, there's something about you feeling like you've never seen eyes like that, and I feel like when you look into their eyes, it's almost like you can read them, because you feel so, I mean, it's your future spouse, right? But there's something magnetic about their eyes, something unique. This could be their eye color, the eye shape, the energy that you get or feel, or the vibe that you feel, okay, with this person, because I feel like they have like a hint of like a confused look, but at the same time a very intense, strong, could also be like innocent, something along those lines. It's kind of like a mixture of a lot of energies that you will pick up when you look into this person's eyes, okay? You could see, I almost want to say, with this person, their eyes speak, okay? You will see the passion or the lust, the sexual energy, you will see it in their eyes. You will see in their eyes when you talk to them and you talk about a vulnerable topic, you will see the vulnerability in their eyes, the innocence in their eyes. There's something about their eyes really, really speak. They have very expressive eyes, or you have the ability, when you look at your future spouse, that you can read their eyes and how they're emotionally feeling at this point, okay? Another thing that you're going to notice about your future spouse first, or how you're going to perceive them, they're going to be a busy bee, okay? There's something about them, they might be having like a busy schedule, or there might be somebody who works a lot, okay? This could be somebody who's like very invested into working, has like a very how do you say that, very demanding job, or is somebody who really likes to work, who has a lot of passion for working, or it could be a person in general that is quite busy, that goes here a lot and that goes there a lot, and has to go on trips a lot, or has to go to a lot of meetings, a lot of conferences, okay, a lot of Zoom meetings, something along those lines, okay? I'm also feeling here, your future spouse, how you're going to perceive them is, your first impression of them is they must be wealthy, or they must have a high-paid job, or they must live very well, okay? This could even be that you meet your future spouse when they have like, because I'm feeling an energy here of somebody who has like a well-paid job, or a high-paid job, or somebody who wears luxury items, which would tell you that this person is wealthy, or they might also be having like luxury items, okay? Or again, just the way that they dress seems to be like, you know, their sunglasses might be expensive, or they have an expensive watch, or something about the way that they dress. But more specifically, I want to say you're gonna notice, even if they dress casually, just with the way they are busy with their work, you would perceive them as, oh, they probably make a lot of money because they have like a lot of, let's say they are a personal trainer, okay? Let's say they are a personal trainer. If their calendar is completely booked for June, July, April, March, then you would assume, oh, this person is like doing well. They're probably making a lot of money as a personal trainer. That's the kind of vibe that I'm feeling here. Either going to be their appearance that would tell you, oh, this person might be wealthy, or luxury items that they have, or if it's not the way that they dress or their outer appearance, you will see that they're quite their job is quite demanding. It's like a high-paid job. Or even if they are self-employed or have a business, there's an energy of them being booked and busy and booked, okay? So there's something about them really putting a lot of energy into their work, and they do have finances, okay? They are financially stable. They probably are wealthy, and I also feel like they probably like to wear jewelry, okay? They might be into jewelry, or they might be into, again, certain luxury items, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be somebody who makes a lot of money, but they don't really like to spend it on jewelry. They might like to spend it a little bit more on vacation. For example, that you would also perceive them as somebody who goes on vacation a lot, which would mean their bank account must be good if they can go on vacation every 2 months, right? Something along those lines. Another thing that I see here is your first impression of your future spouse is that this person is very, very, very open-minded, okay? And I'm not talking about like, how can I say that? I'm not talking about somebody who's like, you know, I take everybody as they are. I almost want to say open-minded to the point where it's kind of quirky or weird, meaning that maybe they have like very weird interests, or they talk about weird topics. They talk about topics that are out of the box, okay? They like to talk about topics that are out of the box. They like to do things that are out of the box. They're like a very open-minded, free-spirited person. And I want to say, what I'm feeling here is, if you are somebody, you perceive yourself as somebody who's quite weird or quirky, or you find it hard to open yourself up to people because you don't know if people will understand you, I think the most beautiful thing that you will feel with your future spouse is that you can be your weird self, because they are a weirdo as well. Pertaining to, they're very open-minded. They're very open-minded to different religions, very open-minded to different ways of living, different ways of lifestyles, okay? They might even be somebody who has kind of like a little bit of a different lifestyle I'm picking up here, but we're gonna dive into that a little bit more. So this is somebody where you can be fully yourself, because they're so open-minded that they don't really, how can I even say that? They're open to listen to different stories, to different theories. And they might even be as open as, oh, do you think there's, you know, like we will be able to live on Mars 20 years from now, for example? Or there are somebody they think about, you know, the Big Bang Theory or something along those lines, okay? This is somebody who has like a very flexible mind, meaning this is not somebody who's following specifically, I'm not saying your future spouse is not following tradition. Your future spouse is somebody who's open-minded and lets life teach them, so they don't go by the book, they don't go by traditions, okay? They don't go by what they have been taught. They're always open to learn new things, okay? Which is also something that I'm seeing here. You will perceive your future spouse as somebody who's seeking for knowledge, okay? I almost want to say they might sometimes come across a little bit restless, because they're always researching something, always reading a new book, always attending a new class, a new seminar. They're always expanding their knowledge, because with that energy here, to me, this feels like, as you can tell, you see, you know, stone means something rigid, right? Stone, or this stone energy here, means something rigid, like going according to plan, going according by the book, going according to what you have been taught in school. And your future spouse is somebody who doesn't do that. They used to be somebody who just believes what, it almost feels like they're not somebody who just believes something because they were told. They're more so somebody who likes to experience certain things and form their own opinion, which also means that they're very open to other people's opinion. They're open to disagree or like agreeing to disagree, okay? So you can have conversations with this person about any topic, literally any topic, okay? So you're going to feel very, very comfortable with this person because their mind is very open and very flexible. They're also probably somebody who's very spontaneous, okay? And I'm feeling here, your first impression of your future spouse is somebody who's very, very strong, okay? A very strong character, because the card here says inner strength. And you can see that this person looks a little bit as if they are in contemplation mode. For some reason, I'm being brought to Kid Cudi. Now, with Kid Cudi, I feel an energy because, yeah, Kid Cudi is called the man of the moon, you see? So they might like, maybe like outer space stuff, or they might be sometimes spaced out, or they have like a very, very vivid imagination, okay? Almost to the point where everything is possible and what is possible, okay? But what I want to say is this is somebody who really, really contemplates about the meaning of life, contemplates about what we have been taught in school, what is religion really about, okay? This is somebody, they sometimes get a little bit caught up in thinking too much, okay? Because they are a thinker. You will perceive your future spouse as a thinker, which can be an advantage because they are highly advanced when it comes to new concepts, okay? This is somebody who would understand new concepts easily. This might even be somebody who has been very, very good at school because it's easy for them to understand or to gain knowledge, but it also can sometimes be detrimental to them because they overthink or just think too much, okay? It's something that I'm picking up here. But overall, I want to say how you will perceive your future spouse is a strong personality and at the same time a soft heart. There's something about a soft heart. Maybe, again, we talked about it. Maybe they have like a very strong presence when they walk into a room, maybe like in a business suit or something along those lines. But then when you look into their eyes, you see their heart, you see their soul, you see how vulnerable they are, you see their innocence, okay? It's a very interesting mixture that I'm picking up here. Or they could have like a very toned body, muscular, or somebody who goes to the gym, okay? Because it talks about strength, okay? And also about transformation, okay? They might have like a very strong voice, okay? But then when you look at them, you see the vulnerability in their eyes, even though they have a strong voice, a strong presence, or a strong body, for example, okay? Or somebody who's like walks in a room very, very confidently, but then when you look into their eyes, and people might be perceiving this person as like stuck up or something along those lines, or this person is quite arrogant, you know, the way that they walk, because they might have like a very intense walk, okay? For example, if they're wearing high heels, in case you're looking for a female, when she's walking in her high heels, it's like a strong walk, you know, kind of like a model on a catwalk. It's like a very strong walk. But then when you talk to her, when you talk to him, all of a sudden they have like a very soft voice or very soft eyes or a very soft approach to life. It's like a very beautiful mixture here, okay? Another thing that I'm picking up here, yeah, your future spouse is definitely somebody who lives life out of the box. Absolutely. We have the card here, independence and self-determination. You see, this is what I have been talking about. Your future spouse might be somebody who has a higher position in the company, or is somebody who's already self-employed or is working on becoming self-employed. There's definitely an energy where your future spouse wants to become self-employed or wants to make a huge amount of money, wants to become wealthy. They might already be wealthy, or they have a plan how to get wealthy, okay? There's an energy where your future spouse, the most important thing for them is freedom, and you're going to see that in their lifestyle, in the way that they think, in the way that they approach money and financial stability, okay? In the way that they approach becoming the best version of themselves, okay? So again, there could be an aspect of your future spouse where they work independently, okay? Maybe they have their own office where everybody else is like, you know, working in a, you know, in a big room, or maybe they have the benefit of working at home when everybody has to go to the company, okay? There might be somebody who is a manager, and they you know, they can sometimes work in a cafe instead of inside of the company. There's something about freedom. Or there might literally be somebody who found a way to become wealthy somehow with a new concept, with something that they sell or something along those lines, okay? This is somebody who is self-determined. They're very disciplined, okay? And they're all about independence, meaning for most of you, for 90% of you, I feel like your future spouse is how do you say that, is self-employed, a freelancer, independent, is currently creating a business, building a restaurant, something along those lines, has their own, I don't know what the heck, it could even be like a small restaurant, a big restaurant, a cafe, whatever the heck it is. They're definitely doing something on their own, and even if they have a job, they still do something on their own. There's still something that they're working on that brings them an immense amount of wealth and money, okay? I also feel like you will perceive your future spouse as somebody who is very... We have the card 𝑣𝑒𝑙𝑜𝑟 here, and I didn't know what the word 𝑣𝑒𝑙𝑜𝑟 means, but it basically means courage, okay? 7 of Wands here. I want to say that you will perceive, or your first impression of your future spouse is, wow, this person must have courage to do what they're doing, okay? So whatever this is pertaining to, you will see them as somebody who took a big risk in life, and you can only take such a big risk, maybe relocating to a different country where you don't speak the language. That would require for somebody to have a lot of courage. Or building your own business. You don't know if your business is going to go well or not. That would require a lot of courage, right? There's something about their personality. It might even be small things such as bungee jumping, jumping out of a plane, or doing something crazy and wild when it comes to like vacation. You know, when they go on vacation, they might do something really, really freaking wild where somebody would need a lot of courage. So you will perceive your future spouse as somebody like, wow, they must have a lot of balls to do whatever they're doing, okay? They must have a lot of courage to do whatever they're doing, okay? You will perceive your future spouse again as somebody who is soft, yet strong, courageous, yet somebody who sometimes has insecurities, and you would maybe not think that, okay? And I'm not talking about I'm talking about like small insecurities. I almost want to say, I even feel like your future spouse might be somebody, they have like a genius mind, but they have been misunderstood in their childhood. Okay, now that is channeling, because I don't see that in the cards. It's coming through here. I want to say your future spouse might have been somebody who was misunderstood in school because they had a mind that worked differently, or they were kind of like a genius. You know how geniuses are misunderstood until they show what they got, okay? There's something about the mind of your future spouse is highly developed to the point where they sometimes overthink things and don't even see their own greatness because they question even themselves, although they achieved a lot, okay? I think that's where the humble energy comes through, because this is somebody who wants to live a comfortable life. This is somebody who either has a plan to manifest their dreams, to become wealthy, okay? Or to create a financially abundant life, because the most important thing for them is freedom. And what do you need for freedom? You would need a little bit of money, right? To be free to go on vacation, or to be free to, I don't know, take the apartment that you want and not the one that you settle for example, okay? I feel like there's an energy again where your future spouse has a beautiful, brilliant mind, but it also sometimes gets in their way because they overthink and analyze a lot, okay? I wouldn't say one thing. If you guys have chosen in EP1, where we talk about their first impression of you, if you have chosen, I think it was pile number 3, where I said this person is analyzing you, or this person will really look at how everything is, you know, what you're wearing. Okay, I think it was pile number 3 where I talked about like they will look at how you walk and if you have a ring on your finger. I think this is the person here, because I feel this analytical mind here, which again is the reason why somehow they achieved great wealth, or they are on their way to achieve great wealth. Okay, they might also be somebody who's into stock market, real estate, cryptocurrency, something along those lines. Okay, because again, they're thinking out of the box. So maybe even the way that they make money is out of the box. Okay, they might be selling stuff on Amazon. They might be selling books that I think there's sometimes like advertisement where you can sell books without writing them, or a ghostwriter, or a music producer who produces beats or something like that. I think even the way that they make money might be a little out of the box. It doesn't have to be, but they're definitely well off. Okay, and booked and busy and booked, whatever the heck they're doing. They're quite a busy person here. Okay, we also have the card here, water flight, which kind of tells me that you might be seeing that your future spouse has to travel a lot for work, or traveling as part of their work. This could be traveling in the city to clients, or this could be traveling to different cities, or just traveling in general where they have to go to different conferences and something along those lines. Okay, so there might be somebody who travels a lot for work or travels a lot in general. Okay, the card here also says and it's interesting because here the energy that I pick up is earth and water. Okay, and that's the water energy that I pick up here. There's something about when you look into this person's eyes, it tells you way more than what you see from their outer appearance. Somehow you can read this person's eyes. I don't know why. I mean, you will let me know when you found them, okay, when they stand in front of you with their eyes. The card here says, heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. So your future spouse, your first impression of them is that they live a busy life, but a very fun one, or they have a lot of fun, or them being independent, or them having a huge amount of funds gives them the ability to live life a little bit easier. Or there's something like, you know, like a lot of people have, how can I say that? I want to say that this person, you will perceive them as somebody who is lighthearted, or who lives a lifestyle that is lighthearted yet busy. Interesting, right? The lightheartedness can come from they really love their job, meaning they have a smile on their face and they're really fulfilled in their heart and their spirit with whatever they're doing. Or this might be an energy where, again, for some reason they found a way to make a lot of wealth, a lot of money, because they're quite intelligent. And for that reason, they have the ability to go on vacation a lot, which also means they're just a little bit more lighthearted than the people that work 12 months without vacation, right? That's the type of vibe that I pick up here. Okay, so you will perceive this person as lighthearted, as strong and courageous for choices that they have made. Okay, and with the 9 of Cups, for some reason, I pick up an energy where they have a nice apartment. Okay, they might have a nice apartment, or you might be seeing a lot of pictures of them on vacation or in nice hotels or something like that. Okay, something like that here. Okay guys, let's get a few more cards here. Yeah, and another thing that I want to tell you guys is your future spouse didn't lose their inner child. Okay, there's something very beautiful. I think that's where the innocence comes from, because I feel like your future spouse has an innocence that you don't see very often, just like children are like quite innocent until the world makes them something that they're not. And with the Page of Wands, I want to say, I feel like your future spouse has like a very light-hearted way of, again, a very light-hearted way of living, or they still have their inner child, meaning they still maybe have some hobbies from their childhood, or they are just somebody, they're gonna make you feel like a kid again, or you guys are gonna laugh a lot or make jokes a lot. This is somebody who didn't lose their inner child, or didn't lose this childlike wonder or this childlike innocence in this very interesting world that we live in. Okay, so I think what you're gonna love about them, or what you're gonna notice about them, is although they're quite a busy person or they're quite intelligent, that doesn't mean that they have like a, how do you say that? That doesn't mean that they're like very serious, because I feel like if you just spouse is nuts, I really don't feel like they're a serious person. I more so want to say this is somebody who really likes to, I even want to say like somebody who believes in making their dreams come true, or still talks about like when they were a little child, what their dreams have been. Like they might be telling you, when I was a child, it was always my dream to go to Bali or something like that. And they still hold on to the dreams that they have when they were a child until they are in their adulthood. Okay, there's still somebody who believes in making dreams happen. I always wanted to swim with dolphins, something along those lines. Do you know what I mean? So they didn't forget, you know, like working and bills and stuff like that. There's still, sometimes there's still a little kid inside of them that, you know, hugs you for no reason, or kisses you out of no reason, for no reason, or like, you know, like out of nowhere, or you know, asks you, hey, do you want to play a game, or let's go on a ride together. You know, it's like this light-hearted energy, like let's explore life together. It's very beautiful here. It's not only about like making money and stuff like that, or businesses and, you know, like responsibilities. They're sometimes like very spontaneous, which we talked about in the beginning. So you would perceive them as spontaneous, and they have like something about them is childlike, but not childish. Okay, childlike, but not childish. Okay, because they have their finances together. Don't get me wrong here. Okay. What is your first impression of your future spouse? Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing it here. You were somehow... I think they had like a past that was not easy. I don't know what happened here. But there's something about you seeing some type of pain in their eyes, or there's something about their life story here with the Three of Swords. Okay, there's something about their life story that is interesting. We talked about how only a person, for example, they grew up an orphan, or you know, they never had the ability to meet their parents or something along those lines. There's something very painful that they have experienced, or you might meet them when they experience something painful. Okay, there's something about them, they have like a very vulnerable side. Even if they don't talk, you see it in their eyes. They're like a very happy and jolly person, believes in making dreams happen. Also, another thing that I want to tell you guys is you might perceive your future spouse as somebody who believes in magic, or who believes in manifestation. Okay, your first impression of your future spouse is that they are freaking good at manifesting. May it be that they openly practice law of attraction and stuff like that, or this is just their willpower and they don't even know that they use the law of attraction or law of assumption. Okay, you will perceive them as a good manifester. Wow. Okay, it's a lot coming through here. It's getting... Oh, okay. I feel an energy here because I feel strong emotions, and I feel like a little bit of tears here. I feel like you will perceive your future spouse, or your first impression of this person is that they might be hiding something behind them making jokes or them being funny or their success. But again, it's not about somebody who's like a macho or very arrogant, you know, walking into the room thinking they're the shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you will see something in their eyes that tells you that there's a story behind everything that they have accomplished, or why they are the way that they are, that they seek freedom so intensely. There must be a reason behind that, okay? There's something about, I think there's something about something happened in their life that was quite a dark chapter, or that made them transform into the person that they are. So I want to say you will see, again, you can read this person's eyes. I mean, it's your future spouse, right? Okay, I'm also seeing here your first impression is that they have like a good music taste, or you enjoy their music. And another thing that you're gonna notice is that your future spouse has people looking at them, okay? So they're probably like somebody who is attractive to other people, okay? So you might be catching other people looking at your future spouse, or for some reason they catch people's attention. Maybe people being sexually drawn to them, or may just be people looking at somebody out of curiosity or something like that. For some reason they attract the eyes, the look of other people, or people will be looking at them and they're not noticing it though. This is something that they're not noticing here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I knew it. We have the High Priestess here. Your first impression is that there is more to the story. I don't know what this is gonna mean here. There's something about their eyes speaking to you. Another thing, again, we have the book here, right? So they might be into reading books. You will perceive them as somebody who's like book smart or has a lot of knowledge from books. You might be perceiving them as somebody who practices the law of attraction or the law of assumption, who's really into that topic. Or somebody who is even like, they have like a whole calendar full booked and busy and booked, because it's like, you might be perceiving them as like very organized, or they have like a big book of, you know, appointments, clients, this and that here. Let's get a few more cards here before I leave you. We have the wise one. Yeah, I felt it already. They're quite intelligent. Your first impression of your future spouse is they're very intelligent and very wise. Okay. How will time number one perceive their future spouse? Very confident, sexy. Very sexy here. Okay. They could also be somebody who's quite flexible. Maybe they're doing gymnastics or yoga, okay? In case you're looking for a lady or a man, whatever floats your boat, okay? And we have the Seven of Cups again. Okay, there's somebody, they're a dreamer. They're an opportunist as well, I'm feeling here. Yeah, do you see that? I felt it. It keeps coming up here. There's a sadness in their eyes. There's a sadness in their eyes, or there's like, you will perceive them as a very deep soul. Okay, when you look into this person's eyes again, they come across as wealthy, got their life together, courageous, you know, adventurous. But when you look into this person's eyes, you see, I think there's more to you, or I think something happened in your past. Look at that, the card that came out here. A past that made them stronger. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. That's what I'm feeling here. Oh my God. Oh, it's getting very intense right now. Oh my God. Let me calm down. Let me get a crystal here. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. I don't want to cry. Okay, with the Seven of Cups here, I feel like this is a person who's like an opportunist again. They feel like life is to be lived. I'm gonna try different things. I'm not, again, they're very open to try different things. They're open to try different cultures. Let's say you are a vegan, and a lot of people have like a very rigid view of, no, you need to eat meat. This person, if you are a vegan, it's just like how do you say that? And this is just an example. Let's say you're a vegan and you're gonna tell them, hey, you're a vegan. Hey, I'm vegan. And this person's gonna be like, wow, interesting. So why are you vegan? Not this rigid, well, I don't think that's right. Open. Oh, tell me about it. Where did it come from? You know? Or why do you believe in that? And then when you would suggest, hey, let's go to a vegan restaurant, they would be open, like, okay, cool, let me try that. Again, if you tell them, hey, let's go to an art gallery, okay, let me try it, let me see. They're very, very open to everything. They want to experience everything, even things that they don't agree with, which I think you're gonna love here. Okay, and again, there's something about, I don't know, they have a history that is not easy, and I think diving a little bit deeper into when you get to know them, I think what they're going to tell you might make you feel extremely emotional when it comes to their past. Okay, they have like a very beautiful soul, and I think what I'm seeing an energy here where they were blessed with wealth, but it didn't start that way, or they were blessed with wealth, but what happened in their past helped them not to get spoiled or to get jaded along the process. Does that make sense? Now I'm interested in what happened. Okay, my beautiful pie number one, I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know down in the comments if you like it. You can look out for episode 3, which I'm not going to tell you what it is about. It's about your future spouse, but I'm not going to tell you what it is about. So if you want to see that and you're new on my channel, subscribe, because then you're going to see the next video. I love you guys, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pie number 2. I hope you guys are getting cozy, okay, because my readings are usually long. So get cozy, get comfortable. We're going to tap into the energy of your future spouse, okay? Got myself some tea in a cat cup. I already laid out all your cards, so let's begin. Your first impression of your future spouse. Well, first of all, we have here the card. Do you see me smiling? I think when you see them for the first time, you might have to, I don't know in which scenario it will be, maybe online, okay, or maybe outside, catching each other's eyes, eye contact and all of that. But what I want to say is, I think when you meet them for the first time, it would be hard for you not to show your happiness, or like you will have to grin a lot, or it will be, you know, like for example, if they look at you and it's kind of like an eye contact, and usually sometimes when one is shy, or I don't know, you kind of like act as though you didn't see this person, like looking away. But I think what is happening here, again, I don't know how you guys are gonna meet, but I think you're gonna grin or smile a lot. So what I want to say is, either when you meet them online, people will be like, why are you smiling like that? You will shine, like your whole face will shine when you are in contact with this person, maybe through texting, because I'm seeing that here, okay? Or maybe when you see them like in a restaurant and they're looking at you and you're like trying to act cool and calm and collected, but you can't. There's a huge grin on your face, okay? We have here the card Sexy Lip Biting. Your reading is gonna be spicy. Okay, so the first impression of your future spouse, you're gonna probably either bite your lip, or you're gonna see that they're lip biting. I think this is like not this, you know, like nasty lip biting, but I think it's something that happens subconsciously. Like, you know, when you, for example, text with them, you would, or people would notice like, why are you biting your lip, okay? Because I'm feeling an energy here that both of you are gonna have like a lot of lust for each other. There's gonna be a very intense sexual attraction between the two of you. I can already see that here, okay? And I'm feeling energy here where it's almost like you will look at this person's lips, they will look at your lips. There's something about you looking at this person's lips, or you will see that they're biting their lip. Again, subconsciously, it's not like an disgusting lip biting, but maybe subconsciously like, oh my god, did he just bite his lip, or you find yourself, oh my god, did I just bite my lip, because I feel so sexually aroused. Okay, I almost want to say, do you know what I'm even seeing here? I'm seeing here when you guys are walking, you come out of like a cinema or something like that, you had your first date, and they're gonna say something, and I think, or maybe let's say they are on the phone talking to somebody, and you're gonna turn around and gonna be like, oh my fucking god. Do you know what I mean? That's the type of energy that I pick up here. Okay, another thing that I'm seeing here, your first impression of your future spouse, first of all, you're gonna find them sexy as ever. Okay, they're from head to toe your type. Okay, the interesting thing is, I also want to say you're not gonna be I think the attraction, interestingly enough, the attraction here does not come from, it also comes from the physical body, so you're going to be attracted to this person's body, but I'm also want to say when they speak, okay, because we have the throat chakra, the listening card, and we also have here articulation. Okay, so your future spouse might have a very, very sexy French accent, Italian accent, whatever accent, okay? Or they might be somebody that uses words such as lady, gentleman, like higher words, or like not higher words, words that, like are highly educational, or like words that one doesn't use. Maybe they use words that you used to use, or just the way that they speak. I'm also feeling like a very poetic vibe here, meaning maybe the way that they express themselves is very poetic, or the way that there's something about the way that they speak and what words they use. Okay, maybe even I'm seeing here also when they talk to other people, there might be an energy of like being very polite, good manners, highly educational, very intelligent when they speak. Okay, or they have a very formal way of speaking, or it might be their accent. But when they open their mouth and speak, you're melting. I don't know why. I don't know for what reason. Maybe even the way they text. Yeah, because I'm seeing that here. The way they write you. Like when you get text messages like WYD, what are you doing? That's not the type of vibe from your future spouse. They would send you like maybe like very creative way of sending you a good morning text, or a very creative way of asking you for a date. Okay, there's something about the way they write. I think you're gonna fall in love with the way that they write, or that they are, compared to other people on the dating app, they're extremely interesting. Or again, there's something about the way that they write. They're gonna write I want to, I don't know, I really don't know. There's something about the way that they write is flirtatious and sexy, yet polite, and not this, what are you doing, what's up, what's going on. I don't think that's not your future spouse. They're not gonna talk like that. There's something about you finding it very sexy, like I'm going to pick you up at 8 o'clock, and not I'ma be there. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think you're gonna be attracted to them speaking a little bit more, like writing a whole sentence instead of just 3 letters. Do you know what I mean? Or they're very good at texting is another thing that I'm seeing here. They're extremely good at texting, so you're gonna see like your first impression of a future spouse is a very fast texter, and they can have good conversations while texting, as well as having good conversations in real life. There's something about you writing with each other through the whole night about every topic under the sun, and it's so fun. You know, like some conversations are fucking boring. Okay, especially when you go on Tinder, it's like I don't even want to talk to you because it's boring. But they have a way of making conversations very, very spicy or very, very interesting, or you guys have a lot of like topics to talk about. There's something about the way that they communicate, or they're just a very good communicator in general. Okay, you can have freaking good conversations with this person, especially when it comes to texting. And I'm also seeing here that they are a fast texter. Okay, another thing that I want to tell you guys is your first impression of your future spouse is somebody who is very giving and very available to you. Okay, the interesting thing is what I'm seeing here is I'm going to show you the cards here so you know what I say because I talk a lot. So you know, when this card came out, as I was shuffling, I was like, I'm paying attention to the car. Do they drive a car? Okay, look at that here. Do you see that? And then this card came up, and I was like, okay, that's another bicycle or like a wheel or something like that. And then the confirmation was the same. This is the same card, the Eight of Wands, and there's a car. Do you see that? So I feel like your future spouse is driving a car. Your first impression might be that they have a picture in front of their car. You might be seeing that they have like a car that is blue, red, like more prominent colors. Okay, you know, like not everybody is driving a blue or a red car. So you might be looking at, oh, there's a blue or a red car, or they pick me up with a blue or a red car. Your first impression, right? What you're gonna see first. So there's something about them driving a car. They could also drive a motor bicycle. Okay, they might be somebody who is driving a lot of motor bicycle, or quite literally a car. Okay, they're very fast on their feet, meaning they're using something here to drive very fast to different places. But for most of you, I feel like they're either driving a motor bicycle or they're driving a car. And the interesting thing that I'm seeing here is you're gonna perceive your future spouse as like a motivational speaker, or somebody who is very good at uplifting people with their words, or they are very charming. Your future spouse is very, 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 very charming when it comes to their words. Okay, they don't have to use their body. They seduce people with only the way that they speak. Okay, this is somebody, they could be a speaker in general. This could be that in the company that they work for, or in general they somehow are a speaker when it comes to their profession. Okay, or they use their language or their speaking abilities. Is speaking abilities even a word? I even want to say you might feel a little bit intimidated by the way that they communicate, because it might be very like highly educational, very formal. Okay, and you're gonna be like, I forgot how to speak. Okay, so keep your cool here. I'm feeling an energy where your future spouse, you could perceive them as somebody who's like a motivational speaker. They might be somebody who posts a lot of motivation quotes, or they might be somebody who follows people who have like a high willpower drive, motivation drive, might be posting quotes by bigger people. Okay, you might be, for example, if you have their Instagram or their Snapchat, they might be posting a lot of like motivational quotes, or quotes about self-improvement, quotes about making things happen, something along those lines here. Okay, another thing that you're gonna notice about your future spouse is they're a very, very good listener. Okay, they are a very good talker. You're gonna have the time of your life just listening to them when they tell something, or when they tell you about something. But you're also gonna notice how they have like a listening ear, and when you tell them things, they do not forget them. Okay, this is somebody who asks you questions to get to know you, because not everybody does that. We already know on Tinder, on Bumble, on Hinge, whatever. Not everybody's really interested in who you truly are as a person. This is a person who's highly interested in getting to know you. They want to know every little detail about you. Okay, so you will have the perception of this person that they are a very good talker, but also a very good listener, and you will feel like you want to open up about who you are as a person because they are genuinely interested in it. Another thing that I'm seeing here with your future spouse is they might be an artist, okay? So you might perceive your future spouse, or the first impression that you have of your future spouse is that they are an artist, okay? Because we have the art card here. I'm seeing here an artist. This might be somebody who's into art galleries, or who might be into exhibitions, who might be into art just in general, okay? All kinds of art. This could be somebody who is interested in, could even be like art when it comes to graffiti or something like that, like street art, okay? Overall, you could perceive them as somebody who's interested in art, somebody who's interested in higher education, meaning that they do follow some type of mentor. They have like big role models that they look up to. They might be quoting a lot of people that they look up to, okay? They definitely have somebody that they look up to. Okay, they might also be somebody who likes to talk about religion, spirituality, about the universe, how the universe works. Okay, and I think they're also somebody who likes to travel. Okay, one thing that I want to tell you guys is what you're going to notice first is that they are a fast texter, and how can I say that? They're always available for you. Because I'm feeling here they are actually a busy person with the Two of Pentacles, but whenever you say, even when you say, you know, I need to drive to work and it takes me 1 hour, when they have time on that day, they will drive you. Does it make sense? There's something about them always waiting to bring you somewhere to make your life more, yeah, that's what I'm picking up here. There's somebody, they want to make your life more convenient or more comfortable. For whatever reason, I mean, you guys are gonna fall in love with each other, but your future spouse is somebody who likes to help, okay? Your future spouse likes to help, and you're gonna notice again that you don't even ask, and they say, I'm gonna bring you there. You don't even ask, and they say, I'm gonna cook for you. When you even say, like, I haven't eaten all day. They're listening, okay, but they're listening with their heart, meaning they're listening in a sense, how can I even say that? Do you say somebody's reading your lips? Like lip reading? I think that's what they do. Meaning they're trying to read your desires off of your lips, meaning again, when you say I haven't eaten all day, they would say, you know what, I'm done with work 1 hour from now. Do you want us to go to a restaurant? This was not even a question, you know, like you could have cooked for yourself, but this person will listen. Their way of listening to you is a little bit different, okay? I also want to say you're going to notice that they say exactly what you need to hear. Again, we talk about it. There's something about the communication, that telepathic communication. That's what it is. Okay, interesting. Another thing that I'm seeing here is this is a person who likes to be with friends, might have like a big friend circle. They like to be with friends, they like to go out for drinks, okay? They like to be out in the city, they really enjoy the city life, they like to be out in the city, or they like to just enjoy time with their friends. There are somebody who's like very a social butterfly. I almost want to say this might be somebody who's a social butterfly, okay? And I also want to say this is somebody who also helps their friends a lot, okay? So I think this is just in their nature that they like to help, okay? This is a person who likes to help. And with the vulnerability card here, it says, vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. So this person, you're going to notice that they are very, very gentle with the way that they treat you. Or again, they're like reading your desires off of your lips. without even saying something. It's freaking beautiful because I feel like they're so connected to you that there's no need for you to say something, okay? But it goes a little bit deeper. But your first impression would be like, they might be saying something and you're like, oh, I thought about that like 2 days ago, or I actually wanted to go there like 2 weeks ago. You know, do you know where I'm going here? So that's the type of energy that I mean. Now if you look at this card, you can see this is an energy here where somebody, do you know what I picked up here? I picked up somebody who carries their partner or their child into bed and puts a blanket on them, or somebody who's like making you tea in the morning because they know you will have like a stressful day. Very assertive here. But again, the way that they seduce you is with the way that they speak. Baby. Okay. What else are you gonna notice? Okay, give me 1 second. Do you want me to tell you something? I don't think it's gonna be a first impression, but I mean, oh, maybe I should do like a first impression reading with sex, you know, like your first impression, how they are in bed. Oh my god, I don't know where this came from. I should be doing that. Let me know if you want to see that. We have the card here, Endurance. Okay, look at me smiling like a weirdo. We have the card Endurance here. I believe they are lasting long in bed. With the Endurance here, so they're probably like 2 or 3 rounds. So, and it says keep going. The card says keep going, so I think you're gonna have a lot of fun here. This is not somebody who finishes fast, I want to say. Maybe the first time, but you know, maybe that's your first impression of them in bed. Oh my god, I can't. Okay guys, let's get a few more cards here. Okay. Very good talker, communicator. And I also want to say, another thing that I'm seeing here is, oh my god. I think you will perceive them as innocent, or like a very pure-hearted person, a very giving person, almost like an angel, or like almost like an angel, or they're coming into your life at the right time. But I also, you know how when you say, you know, thank you, how can I say that? It feels like they might be coming into your life where you are really in need of support or company. And I think there's something about like I mean, nobody's perfect, but I think they have tendencies where you would say like they're innocent, or like an earth angel, or wow, guys, I did a reading, it's quite a while ago, and in that reading the energy came through. I think I even cried. If you guys know me, you know that I cry. But the energy came through that the universe, I think it's like why you will fall in love with them, or why they will fall in love with you, something like that, okay? I might put it down in the description box. And the energy that I picked up there was that the universe chose this person for you as your future spouse because they almost act as a protector, maybe physically protecting you or spiritually protecting you. And now I'm being brought to this one movie by Denzel Washington where he's an angel and falling in love with a woman there, or something like that. Man, there's a lot coming through here, guys. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Every time I feel like it's a lighthearted reading, there's something going on. Pile number 1 was the same here. They might be somebody who believes, I feel like if they believe in something, they believe in the universe, or they believe in like spirit guides. They might be believing in angels, or they might be believing like in a higher power, or they might be believing that they are blessed. Okay. They might be into, again, gurus, mentors. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Vulnerability. And you will perceive this person as somebody who is surprisingly vulnerable. Okay, they open up. What is pile number 2's first impression of their future spouse? Interesting. I feel like they have something innocent about them. Almost like somebody who's self-sacrificial, which is not always good, but there's like an aspect to them that feels like they want to be a good person in the world, and it shows in their action. And they might be believing that because they believe in karma, they believe in a higher power, they believe in the universe, okay? Something like that. What is pile number 2's first impression of your future spouse? This card came out for pile number 1 too. So if you feel drawn to pile number 1, watch it, because I feel like it's kind of connected here. What is pile number 2's first impression of their future spouse? What up? What is your first impression here? 10 of Wands, yeah. Guys, I don't know where the camera cut off, but I just got like a download here that I need to do this reading, because I'm talking about like sexual readings, because you know, when we look at sex as a sacred practice, it is when two souls come together in flesh, but also in energy and in spirit. And so all of it is coming together. And I think what I pick up here is because, why am I thinking about that? Maybe your future spouse believes in like a sacred sex, or believes in soulmates, twin flames, true love, okay? Because it's like, yeah, it's a higher belief here. Okay, they believe in destiny. Your future spouse believes in destiny. That's what you're gonna notice here. Or they might be like cracking a joke like, oh, it must be destiny that we met here, you know, but they actually mean it, you know. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I feel like with the 10 of Wands, your first impression of your future spouse is that they carry a lot of responsibilities. We come back to the sacrificial, I'm hearing sacrificial lamb, okay, or the goat. I don't know where that came from. You see, I think your future spouse will make you laugh, because coming back to the beginning of the reading, you know, like with this big grin here, they're gonna make you laugh, or they're gonna say something super duper random here. But what I want to say is, yeah, it's like they carry a lot of responsibility. I don't know what exactly they're doing. It might be, for example, let's say they are a doctor, right? They carry a lot of responsibility when it comes to the health of other people. Or they might be, you know, like paying for the rent of their parents. That's also a big responsibility. Or they might be somebody who takes a lot of care of their siblings. There's something about you perceiving your future spouse as somebody who's very, very responsible. Okay, this is somebody who's very, 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 very responsible. They're a mixture of responsible and immature, because I don't know where that came from, because of the Page of Wands here. In that case, is somebody who, you know what, you know, I want to have fun, I don't care about nothing. But then with the 10 of Wands, it's like, okay, I have responsibilities, I have to be mature here. So I think there's like a beautiful mixture of both. They might be cracking jokes that are super duper immature that make you laugh, okay, don't get me wrong. But then on the other hand, you will also see that there's somebody who's very, very responsible. This might be somebody who is very responsible with their job, or they have like a high responsibility when it comes to their job or their career, or they're just in general like a very responsible person who takes care of family matters, something along those lines here, okay? Okay, pie number 2. I think you really inspired me. I mean, I already knew I wanted to do that, but for some reason here, yeah. Look at the card that came out here. And I said, for some reason, I feel inspired. One more thing that I want to tell you guys, and then I'm going to see you in my next reading. One more thing that I want to tell you guys is there's something about when you have sex with this person, they inspire you to do things. Okay, so you having sex with each other makes you do things. It makes you do things that, again, almost like a download, is if you receive ideas out of nowhere after you guys were intimate with each other. Don't ask me why, but there's like something about full of inspiration after you guys had sex. Okay guys, you inspired me to do a reading like that. I love you guys. If it's your first time on my channel or your first time watching my video, there's a part 1. I linked it down below in the description box. This is episode 2. There's an episode 1. And if you're interested in episode 3, I welcome you to subscribe. I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pie number 3. So you chose this lovely picture here. Let's find out your first impression of your future spouse. Give me 1 second. I just want to drink. I could have done that before I press play, but hey ho. I hope you guys are cozy. Okay, because my readings are usually a little bit lengthy. Almost like a movie. I can't help myself anyway. Let's find out, what is your first impression of your future spouse, okay? So first of all, we have here the card style. We have scent, foreign, and their lips. They might have some really nice juicy lips here, okay? First things first, what I see immediately here is that your future spouse has some type of title, okay? Because we have here the card self-mastery, okay, as well as gourmet chef. Oh, sorry guys. So I want to say academically they have some type of title. May it be them being they have some type of certificate or some type of title. They could literally be a gourmet chef. They could be somebody who is certified in psychology, has their master's, has their master degree, wrote their bachelor, something about like even they could even be a lawyer. There's something about academically they achieved a lot, or they have some type of title here, okay? They could be a certified personal trainer. They could be, you know, like something about them having a title and being certified in something. They mastered something, and I want to say they're living a life that is very calm and very focused on health, but we're going to talk about it, okay? So your first impression of your future spouse is somebody who has some type of title here, okay? They have some type of degree that is that one would look up to or one could be proud of, okay? Again, they could be like a lawyer, they could be a chef, they could literally be a chef of a company, but they could also be like a chef in the kitchen or something like that, or they could be a certified coach, trainer, something along those lines, okay? They're somehow in a position of being the they're specified in a specific niche, and they mastered some type of niche, some type of area, and people come to them for advice, okay? That's the type of energy that I pick up here. I also feel an energy that your future spouse, you will perceive them as somebody who's very calm, and I want to say that they influence you with their calm energy, which is beautiful, right? You will feel very, very calm and grounded in their presence, okay? This is somebody who likes to live slowly. This is somebody who likes to date slowly, okay? They're not somebody who is like very, very fast, okay? There's an energy where your future spouse, you might perceive them as somebody who's very much into fitness, health, nutrition, okay? They could have like a specific diet here. With the Hermit card, we have the Hermit card here twice, and Hermit energy is Virgo energy, and Virgo energy is all about wellness and health, okay? So there could be somebody who likes to go to spas, massages, all kinds of things that relax the mind. There might be somebody who practices meditation, okay? Somebody who's like they have like a very, very calm nature, which you're gonna like, because I feel like although they might have like a very demanding job here, for some reason they found a beautiful way to balance themselves out where they come back to earth. There might be somebody who is interested in hiking, interested in, you know, watching mountains, watching the sunset, watching the moon, okay? They're very, very connected to nature. Interesting, they found a balance to be connected to nature, yet also be, you know, some people, they are living off grid, meaning they don't want to have anything to do with today's society, which I'm not saying anything against it, but I'm feeling here this person has a way of believing in nature, or being somebody who really enjoys nature, but at the same time they work very, very well in the industrial type of energy that the world has. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm feeling an energy here again. There could be somebody who's into meditation. I'm even seeing there might be, oh, interesting, for some of you guys, there might be a psychologist here. Again, something certified. They have their master's or like a high degree in some type of area. But overall, with the Hermit card, this is somebody who also believes like in nutrition, healthy eating. They might be into fitness, okay? They might be into a strict diet, or somebody who, it's really very, very important for them, like health is very, very important to them, okay? Another thing that I'm seeing here is you're gonna like their style, okay? They might wear designer clothing, or they might wear not even known designers. They might wear designers that are not known, or like upcoming designers, or they might be somebody who likes to design clothing themselves, for example, okay? Or they are somebody, they are very much into fashion. They love to shop, they love to find new clothing, they love to find, you know, a watch that matches their shirt or something like that. So what you're gonna notice first about them is that they have like a very nice sense of fashion. You're gonna like it, okay? So no matter what sense of fashion they have, it's what you will like. Does that make sense? So what you like on men or women or whatever is how they're going to dress. But overall, they really like to dress, and they like to dress up, okay? I'm also seeing here, your first impression is of your future spouse is that they really like eating, or they know the best restaurants, or they like to take you out to really nice restaurants, and they like to dress up. So when you guys meet, they're dressed up, they look like very good, very fancy, okay, depending on which restaurant you go to. But you're gonna notice that they smell good, they have like a very nice style, they look amazing, okay? And for most of you guys, they might be foreign here, okay? They come from a foreign country, or they have a different culture than you, for some of you guys. And what you're gonna notice is their lips, honey. You're gonna notice this person's lips, okay? For some reason, I feel like they will have full lips. And I'm feeling here, for example, if it's a lady, maybe she likes to wear like lip gloss, or you know, like a red lip color that really enhances her lips here, okay? I'm also seeing here okay, I'm seeing here the card says time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. So Your future spouse might be somebody, I'm feeling here specifically when you're looking for a male who is into herbs, again into herbs, into nutrition, as well as she might also be into rituals, or might be into, you know, like rituals with herbs, with manifesting something along those lines. Okay, so this person, whoever this is, male or female, they're very much connected to earth, or they really like to eat fruits and vegetables, or they have like a high passion or a strong passion for good quality food, or a strong passion for health, a strong passion for a healthy mind, a healthy body. Okay, something like that I'm also picking up here. Your future spouse might be somebody, I'm feeling here for some of you guys, your future spouse might be a homebody, okay? You perceive them as somebody who's very, very relaxed, okay? They're not the type of person to let themselves get stressed by work, okay? I almost want to say nothing can disturb this person's peace. They're always peaceful, okay? Or most of the time. I think what they have mastered is peace. That's interesting. So what you're going to notice about them is that they influence you, like they make you slow down. Okay, let's say you come from a very busy, stressful day. They might also be like a slow talker, but when you are with them, you slow down. You can feel that your body is slowing down, that you feel calm around them. Okay, let's get a few more cards here. What would pile number 3's first impression be of their future spouse? Oh my god, I don't know why I'm seeing that here. Do you know what I'm seeing? I just got a vision. I just got a vision. I think because of that card here. I saw a vision where you guys have a movie night, okay? So I think one of your first dates, or there's something about like a movie night that is going to be significant with you guys, but it's a movie night at home I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing here that they're having a blanket on them and waiting for you to take a seat next to them. And I'm seeing you here that you had like a very stressful day, or you feel anxiety or something like that, and they're putting their blanket around you. So you guys, both of you guys are under this blanket watching the movie with candles. Okay, there's something about them helping you to release anxiety or something like that, or nervousness or stress or something along those lines. Somehow they make you relieve stress. So that's something that you're going to notice. When you are with them, you don't feel stress. You don't feel anxiety. Wow, that's amazing. Let's see, what is your first impression of your future spouse? What up? What's going on here? Pile number 3's first impression of your future spouse. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm going to show you the card. Do you see how she is stressed out, crying over something, and then the wheel is spinning and she feels like a high, or she feels really, really good? I think that's how they influence you. For some reason, they influence your body, the way you feel. And I'm not talking about them making you confident. Like, for example, somebody who doesn't have confidence and then they're only confident because they have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend that tells them that they're beautiful and that makes them confident. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about literally your body is responding to this person's calm energy. And it helps you to slow down. It helps you to heal. Wow, so they have like a healing energy to them. That's interesting. What is pile number 3 going to notice about their future spouse? What is the first impression here? 5 of Pens. First impression is, I love your music taste. Oh my god, why am I seeing all of that? I'm getting like very visual here. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing you guys here dancing to a specific song here. Okay. This might be that you guys will have your song, you know, like the song that played in the bar when you've met for the first time, or the song that you guys, you know, like to be goofy, you know, you guys like to be goofy and put that music or that song on. There's something about a song that is gonna be significant here. Okay, and I think you guys are also going to dance, but that must happen the first dates because that's your first impression of them. Okay, let's see, what is your first impression of your future spouse? Let's see, what up? What is up? Yeah, there's something going on here. Give me 1 second, guys. Spirit, what is the Seven of Swords here? Seven of Wands. You might perceive them as somebody who's shy in the beginning, but you might confuse their calm nature with shyness. They're not really shy. They're just a very peaceful person here. But they might come across a little bit shy in the beginning or a little bit closed off. Okay guys, so I just wanted to clarify that card, which is the Seven of Wands. And you know, we talked about how they might be, you might be perceiving them as shy, but it's just their calm nature. Okay, and interestingly enough, the Seven of Wands is the word whispering. Okay, so there's something about, interesting, there's something about, you will notice that you feel comfortable around them without speaking. There's a strong comfort here that you're going to notice in the beginning, because I'm feeling here there might be an energy where you guys, there's something about where you guys maybe go on a date, for example, in a cinema. There's not really a, yeah, I'm seeing a cinema here. There's not really a way to talk to each other, and sometimes it can get awkward when you guys are not talking, but you are going to notice how freaking comfortable you feel even without talking. Does that make sense? So you're going to notice that it is very significant how comfortable you feel around them without talking, because I feel like there's a lot of situations where not talking is awkward or uncomfortable. That's going to be the difference here. We talked about how you feel very, very calm around them. Okay, there's something about unspoken words. There's something about them. Let me get one more card here. Let me see, guys. I want to get a little bit of more information here with you guys. I didn't do that with pile number 1 and 2, but I think your future spouse is also somebody who's like mysterious or a little bit secretive in the beginning, not hiding anything from you, but they might not be the first one to open up and raise their hand and talk. If you know what I mean. It's nothing wrong with that, but let's see. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let's find out a little bit more here. So you could perceive them as somebody who's shy, or somebody who doesn't open up immediately, but when they do, they're romantic. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. You know, they might not be opening up, you know, like do you know what I'm feeling here? This is like somebody, like when you look at them, you're like, do you have a heart out of stone? Like, you know, in a funny way, like making a joke, or this person doesn't feel anything. They might have like a resting bitch face, or they might be somebody who comes across as very distant, but when they open up, they're romantic. So it's like the floodgates are opening. I don't know why I'm laughing, but I saw like all these romantic things, but I think your first impression is that they're not the type of person to like romantic things at all. There's something about the first impression that you get from this person, like, I don't think they're into romantic stuff. You know, I don't think they are into romantic things. You know, like if they would, like, for example, propose, they would just ask without candles, without roses. You know, that's how you would perceive them. And then all of a sudden you have like a romantic person here. That's so freaking funny. There's like a twist to it, you see? Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Let's get one more card here. What is pile number 3's first impression of their future spouse? What's going on? Yeah. I'm feeling an energy that they're like a hard nut to crack. Okay. I think there's somebody who knows what love can do to them, and they want to make sure that if they give their heart to somebody, it's the one. So there might be an energy where in the beginning it's on a very friendly basis, or you're not gonna see, like, again, we talked about the energy that they're quite slow in dating. So beginning, you're gonna notice that you feel very, very comfortable around them, as if you guys are friends. There's not so much pressure to how do you say that, to impress each other. Okay. And I'm feeling here there's like a slow process of them opening up, but when they do, they're quite a romantic person here. That's the funny thing about the situation. Okay. I'm also seeing here that your first impression of your future spouse is that there might be like a higher up than you when it comes to academics. Okay. They might be higher up than you when it comes to academics, or you will perceive your future spouse as somebody who is climbing up the corporate ladder, or who is going to make it big. Okay. You see some type of potential in your future spouse that they're going to make it big, or they're gonna be somebody big in the future, or whatever their plan is, that they're gonna make it. Or again, they could just be of higher status academically, I'm seeing here. Okay. This is pile number 3's first impression of their future spouse. One last card, because I love you guys, and I know you guys love the future spouse readings. Let's see. And we have receptivity. So in the beginning, you're going to feel like they're a little bit closed off. You're going to feel it. But again, as soon as they open up, they're quite a romantic person. Okay. What is your first impression of your future spouse? Yeah. Unspoken words. I see it here again. And then there's like the romantic guy. Yeah. Look at that. In the beginning, you might perceive them as like cold, distant. Very friendly, but heart is not open. And then when the heart is open, they buy flowers, they buy chocolate, they send you I love you text messages, but in the beginning you're gonna get nothing. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's an energy where maybe your future spouse has been hurt before. I mean, who hasn't, okay? And I think they need a, wow, I'm hearing I need a sign. That's interesting. I'm hearing I need a sign. There's something about them needing a sign that you are the one, because if they know you are the one, or they feel it, that's when their heart opens up. But again, it's the first impression here, guys, okay? So there's something about feeling comfortable in silence. A very slow process in meeting each other, and they're gonna make you feel very, very calm and grounded. For some reason, they're gonna take your anxiety away with their energy, with their vibration. And then there's a hint of romance that comes through. Okay, you're gonna notice that over time, they're getting more and more romantic with you. Okay. Okay, my beautiful pile number 3. I hope you guys like this reading. If you're new on my channel and you want to see episode 3, because that's 2, and in the description you find episode 1, you can subscribe. I love you guys, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 4. Last but not least, you chose this image here. Okay, let's find out your first impression of your future spouse. What is their vibe? Okay, give me 1 second. I laid out all your cards already, so let's hop into it. Because I know you guys are like, I want to know. The first thing that I see here with your future spouse is they have to be a teacher of some sort. The first impression that you get of your future spouse, I even want to say, for some of you guys, they are a financial advisor or they teach about finances, okay? There's something about your future spouse being a teacher, okay? This could be that they are a teacher in school, or even if they work in the company, they take the role of a teacher, meaning teaching the employees to do something, or they could have a role of teaching marketing strategies, teaching financial matters, teaching, how do you even say that? They might be working with numbers here. I'm also seeing an accountant, okay? There's something about them working with numbers. I even want to say like with bigger numbers. They could be a financial advisor for a bigger company. There's something about them taking care of numbers, okay? Them taking care of numbers and paperwork, or them being a teacher of some sort. But I'm specifically seeing here either a teacher in school or teaching classes, maybe independently or in a company, or something about financial advisor. There's something that I'm picking up here with finances, okay? But we're gonna dive into it. So the first thing that you're gonna notice about your future spouse is their smile, okay? They might have like very nice white teeth, or they just have like a very, very sexy smirk, a very sexy smile. So they have like a very, very beautiful smile in your eyes. Okay, so there's something about their smile. I mean, look at this card here. Okay, there's something about they have like a very beautiful smile, a very nice teeth, very beautiful smile. There might also be somebody, when they smile, their whole face is shining, or their eyes are smiling with them. Or they might also have like, do you say dimples? You know, like those, I think you say dimples, right? Like cheek dimples or something along those lines. I think that's something that you might be noticing. And for some reason, I'm also seeing like a piercing on the lip here for some of you guys, okay? Overall, your first impression of your future spouse is that they are in a position of power here. They do take, yeah, they take care of a group of people. They take care of something here. Look at this card. We have the nurturing card here, okay, where there's a lion mother and the baby. And then we have here the kindergarten teacher. So they could be a kindergarten teacher, they could be a teacher in elementary school, again, but they could also be going into the direction of financial advisor, meaning maybe they teach courses and seminars for young people. There's something about them being connected to young people, okay? Maybe them having a bigger position where they teach younger people how to do something, or a financial advisor. This might also be somebody who works people with debts, okay? This is somebody who brings organization into a messy situation, or brings knowledge where there's a lack of knowledge, okay? There's something about your future spouse taking care of a community, or taking care of people, or taking care of a younger generation here. This could also be an energy where your future spouse is taking care of their siblings a lot. You might be noticing that. Or they are very family oriented, meaning you will notice that they talk a lot about their siblings, about their mother, that they maybe show you a lot of pictures of their family and their mother, okay? For some of you guys, your future spouse might also be somebody who already has children, but I want to say, and not for all of you, but they could be somebody who already has children here, okay? And I'm picking up an energy where there's something about your future spouse being the mentor, the guide, or the teacher. That's interesting. We will have to dive deeper into that. they're doing some type of service to help. Okay. I'm also hearing there are a peacemaker. That's interesting. Now another card that came out here is books, okay? So you will be noticing that this person reads a lot of books, which would also make sense with teacher, right? They might have written their own book. Wow, that's freaking cool. So for some of you guys, they might have written their own book to teach something here. Or there are somebody who reads a lot of books to teach people. Okay, this could also go as far as teaching about real estate, because we don't know in which field it is, but they do teach a younger generation as an authoritative figure how to make something happen here. And again, I feel like for some of you guys, it goes into the direction of kindergarten teacher, elementary school, or somebody who likes to offer something for children, the younger generation, or they feel like they want to influence the younger generation with maybe the art or the music that they do, okay? This could also be an artist here as well. They could be also somebody who has a following. Yeah, they could also be somebody who has a following here and they teach something. Maybe TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, I don't know what kind of platforms there are as well, but they could also be teaching something on the internet. Okay. They might be in a position of power here, but the interesting thing here is they do that. The position of power that they have is a position of really trying to help people heal or help people get out of debt, help people get rich, whatever the heck it is, okay? Because for others of you, I'm seeing it goes into a financial direction, okay? With the Devil card here, it goes into the financial direction. I'm seeing here there's somebody, maybe they have like a for some of you guys, they really do something on social media, and for others of you, they're working with like big numbers. I'm seeing here. Yeah, there's something about their profession or what they do for a living that you're gonna find fascinating or beautiful or something very, very respectful or honorable. I don't know what it is, okay? I mean, we kind of know, but we also don't know. Okay. They seem to be somebody who's like a guide or a mentor who has a lot of knowledge about a specific topic, and they help people with the knowledge that they have. Okay, we have Wave of Power. It says a surge of power, upswing in energy, accelerating movement. So your first impression of your future spouse is, yeah, they have like a very positive aura. This is somebody who is very positive, very, very peaceful. And for some reason, they think about the future. Okay, they could be somebody who's like quite dreamy, or they have like a, wow, they might have like a bigger mission here. I feel like they have like a bigger mission, or they have like a bigger purpose, or they found their purpose and that's what they're doing here. That's freaking interesting. Okay. With you guys, I have to get a few more cards because that's quite interesting what I'm seeing here. Yeah, and then we have here moving fast and magnetic. Okay, so there's going to be a magnetic pull to each other. Let me show you the card. In both cards, do you see that? You will notice that you cannot get enough of this person. Your buddy wants to be beside their buddy. Okay, it is just magnetic. It's like you both are magnets to each other. Okay, yeah. With the Lover's card is connected to ideas. Gemini energy, or the Lovers is Gemini energy, and Gemini energy is all about exchanging ideas, exchanging interests, and some type of communication where you communicate to somebody and somebody communicates to you. So they might also have one-on-one coaching, or they might coach people here. There's something about them communicating something. And I also want to say they help people succeed. So whatever they're doing, they help people succeed, or they might be successful on social media. That's interesting. That's a completely different energy compared to the other piles. Yeah. They teach something that is not spoken about. How to get rich. How to find ways to not pay so many taxes. They're teaching something that is not really talked about, or not really a subject here with the Four of Wands. Okay. Let me see what else I'm seeing here. Yeah, okay. Knight of Pentacles. Meet me at 2. I have good news. That's interesting. Let's get one more card here, because I don't know what that is supposed to mean. Let's find out. Very, very interesting here. I feel like this person has like a mission here, or they have like a bigger mission. Let's say, I don't know. They feel like they have a mission to change something in the world. That's beautiful. Okay. What's the Knight of Pentacles about, Spirit? Talking about social media, huh? Yeah. They could be a content creator. And again, there's also something about like their work being out there for people to access. And we talked about it, right? Look at this card here. This looks like somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, and they have more knowledge about a topic than other people, so they teach. You know, like if you know nothing about taxes, you would get like a financial advisor or an accountant, right? And then they take care of the numbers in the company to keep it moving, you know, something like that. So there's something about their profession that is going to be quite interesting here. Then we have the Six of Pentacles again. Help, fund, donate, and share. Okay. For a few of you, I'm also seeing here they might have an agency where they find like new actors or new models or something like that. Okay. It's very interesting here. It's all about like their profession that is coming through. So I think their profession is really like a big factor when it comes to who they are as a person. I think you're going to be like very very interested in what they do. It's something very interesting. Okay, it might even be something that I didn't pick up here because it's something innovative or new. Okay, let's see what else. Your first impression of your future spouse. What's going on here? I'm hearing a man or a woman with dreams and visions. What is pile number 4's first impression of their future spouse? We have the painter here. So for some of you guys, they could be an artist, but they communicate a statement, or they communicate something when they make music, or when they are a painter, or they do that as a hobby. They have a message. Okay, this is not just to make music. This is because they have a message. Okay, what is your first impression of your future spouse? I'm also seeing here you will perceive them as enlightened, or that they found peace. Okay, you know how a lot of people, wow, I'm seeing here you're gonna notice that this person knows who they are, and we know a lot of people who don't know who they are, and a lot of people who didn't find peace, but this person found peace. Wow, that's quite interesting. They found peace in the profession that they have, or they found peace in a world that is full of chaos. Okay, let's see. What is your first impression of your future spouse? And then we have the wild side of them. They have two sides to them. I knew it. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. What is your first impression of your future spouse? Yeah, so your first impression of your future spouse would be, this is a man or a woman with plans and visions. So they have like big grand plans or big grand visions. And I think you're going to really enjoy hearing about them because they take you to a different world or they show you a different reality. You know, when you talk to somebody and they have like a big vision to do something or to create something and they take you on a ride. They take you on a ride to a different reality. I don't know what the heck that means, but I think they are a good storyteller here. Okay, so you're really going to enjoy that they are really good at telling stories, okay? Or they are somebody, they dream, but they dream and speak about it. So when they talk about it, it makes you also feel like super duper inspired to follow something that you believe in. Or, but with the Hierophant here as well, you see, this is a priest. And a priest is talking in church and teaching younger children. So there's something like that. I don't know what that means. Okay, they have a position where they teach and solve things. Okay, here, this could go in a spiritual energy. This could go in an energy of just taking care of like children, kindergarten teacher, elementary school, or this could be somebody who make sure that a business is running correctly, okay? There's an office job that I'm seeing here as well. But I want to say there's something about them. Oh, okay. Do you know what I'm seeing here? Your future spouse might be somebody who likes to invest into things. There's a lot coming through, so bear with me. I'm feeling here there might be somebody who likes to invest. Oh, they have 2 streams of income here, not just one. I think they have their traditional job, but they also do something on the side, or they're thinking about doing so when you meet them that pertains to stock market or cryptocurrency or something like that, okay? Because again, they work with numbers or they understand the game of, I feel like they understand the game of capitalism, but at the same time, they are like a peacemaker that believes in peace for everybody, or somebody that believes in let's help each other. Does that make sense? So they have like there's a dual side here, okay? Whatever the heck that means. Now let's get to the freaky stuff here. So again, it was a lot about their profession. I don't know why, but what you're gonna notice about your future spouse is that they're flirtatious. They love to give you a wink, you know, they like to touch you where you know it arouses you. Don't get me wrong, okay? It's more like a slowly doing this or just touching the knee. 1 second, you know, like polite, but I feel like they're really, really good at seducing, okay? They will grin into your eyes and touch you somewhere and know exactly that there's a tree growing between your legs, or that there's a waterfall currently happening between your legs. That's the type of energy that I pick up here. This is somebody who's very, very playful, even in bed or even when it comes to sexuality. I think they like to seduce you, okay? Or they like to make jokes that are a little bit dirty, but at the same time, they're like dirty, but at the same time funny or something like that. I don't know. There's like a very funny energy that I pick up here. They have like a very childlike nature. Specifically when it comes to sexuality, okay? They like to make jokes that make you horny, or they like to wear stuff that they know drives you crazy, for example, or they like to touch you, for example, if you tell this person like, you know, I find it sexy when somebody whispers in my ear, they're gonna do it. Do you know what I mean? And they might do it in the, you know, like in public, or, you know, like getting you really, really hot in public, but then they're saying, okay, I'm going. But it's like, again, it's like a playful energy that I pick up here. I really like it, okay? Okay, that's so freaking, yeah. They're freaking good at seducing, man. They're good at seducing. They are a seducer. And we also have the card Dancer here. So your future spouse might be very, very sexy when they dance, okay? This might be an energy where you meet your future spouse as you go to a party, or you meet them at a gathering where people are dancing. So they might be dancing as a hobby. Or they might be somebody, when they dance, they look freaking sexy. Or they just like to dance. For example, they come to you, or they hear music somewhere that they like to bump a little bit, you know, like that. There's definitely an energy, yeah. This person knows how to use their body. But what I mean with that is they know the art of seduction. This person has mastered the art of seduction. They know exactly how to seduce people. The interesting thing here is, I think they also know how to seduce people when it comes to their work. I don't know what the heck that is. You see, it's quite, their personality is quite interesting, because they have like a very a very responsible energy of teaching or making sure that something is running, but at the same time they also have like an energy that is very flirtatious, almost to the point where you could say they could seduce people into doing something. This could even be like marketing, for example, okay? If we talk about like a business, okay? It just might be somebody who knows how to make people buy a product, which also means that, you know, people would hire this person for marketing. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. There's something very, very interesting about this person here. Okay. Again, they have a way of using their body. They know how to walk. They know how to approach you. They know where to kiss you to make you go crazy. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay, let's get one more card here. Pie number 4 is future spouse. What is their first impression? You will perceive them as like a seducer or a seductress. They know exactly what they're doing. Their smirk is so magnetic. Their smirk, once you take off your clothes, but you're like, I know exactly what you're doing there. Stop smiling at me like that. Yeah, they're confident. This person is confident here. They make something happen between your legs. I'm just letting you know, okay? Okay, with the 9 of Pentacles, you will perceive this person as confident, well-established, knows exactly, again, they know who they are, which gives them a lot of confidence. They're not on a search or on a quest finding out who they are. I mean, we always are, but they found the basics of who they are and what they believe in. So I think that's something that is going to make them very, very attractive and sexy to you, or you will find them very sexy and attractive because of that. But overall, they're very good. I'm feeling here there's somebody who knows what they do, in a sense where they know how to make things work for them. And I want to say there's an energy of this person is quite successful here. I wouldn't say that they are wealthy, but I would say their money is looking good. Okay, but their money is looking good because they teach something here. I don't know. Or again, this could be that this person has like multiple streams of income. For some reason, I see that here. Yeah, this could be multiple streams of income here as well. Okay, but overall, look at the fire in the back. Do you see that? This person's gonna, girl, I wanna make you sweat, sweat till you can't sweat no more. This person will make you sweat. They're extremely hot here. Okay, you will perceive them as like so freaking hot, and them knowing who they are and having a purpose will make them even more attractive to you. One more thing that I want to tell you guys is your first impression of your future spouse is somebody who believes in God or believes in the universe, because we have the card here, Adrift, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. So they might be very, very religious or very, very spiritual here. Okay, They might even be like somebody who found a purpose in... How can I say that? They might have found a purpose. It almost feels like they... Did I say with you guys that they want to be like somebody who makes a change in the world, or somebody who almost like a messenger of God? But I don't mean it. It sounds very like dramatic. But what I mean with that is that somebody who's highly connected to the universe or God, and they somehow found their purpose through their spirituality or through their religion, or it almost feels like destiny made them find what their calling or their purpose is, and they're executing it, okay? So it doesn't even have to be a highly spiritual or highly religious person. This might just be somebody who destiny brought them to a place where they are in a position of power and teach something, because maybe they were gifted with some type of knowledge since birth or something along those lines, okay? Something like that here, okay? But they do feel, they have like a very interesting character here, because I feel like I want to explore more. I want to know more about this person. I also feel like you might be feeling that in the beginning, that you cannot get enough of them, like you want to know more and more and more about this person, because it could be that they also do a lot, which means if they do a lot, they have a lot to say. And if they have a lot to say, on the first date, you're not going to get all the information. So I feel like that's what I'm picking up here. It's like you want to know more and more and more about this person and their life, because it seems to be quite an interesting life here, okay? Okay, my beautiful pie number 4. I hope you guys like this reading. If you have not watched episode 1, which is your future spouse's first impression of you, it's linked down in the description box. And of course, this is episode 2, but if you want to see episode 3, I would be very, very happy to welcome you. And I mean, of course, you would have to subscribe to see the next video. But other than that, I'm going to see you in my next one. I wish you a lovely day, and I love you guys. Bye.